Greetings and thank you for joining us on Tri-Valley Community Focus. I'm Mark Curtis. Each week we focus on people, companies, and organizations doing great things in our communities. On today's program, we're focusing on the Sandra Wing Healing Therapies Foundation, which helps bring complementary healing therapies to cancer patients. I am joined by the founder, Sandra Wing, who is also a cancer survivor. Good to have you here.
Well, thank you, Mark.
You and I have gotten to know each other for over the past couple of years, and I think what you're doing is tremendous. First of all, tell us in a nutshell, what is the Sandra Wing Healing Therapies Foundation?
Well, our foundation helps people with cancer in the Tri-Valley area, in 5 cities specifically: Pleasanton, Livermore, Dublin, San Ramon, and Danville. We're a local foundation. We're a 100% volunteer organization, and what we do is we provide financial assistance to folks living with cancer, battling the disease, and it's all cancers, male, female, young and old, and we want them to access therapies that will help them alleviate the side effects of chemotherapy and radiation.
Let's talk about that a little bit. You call these complementary therapies. Right. You know, it would be easy for someone to slide in and say, well, these are alternative therapies, and they're not. These are to complement existing common medical therapies. So describe some of these therapies and how they benefit people.
Okay. The 5 therapies that we pay for are acupuncture, acupressure, therapeutic massage, guided imagery, and deep breathing meditation. And these therapies help with reducing the side effects of nausea, vomiting, flu-like symptoms, helping folks going through drug treatment of chemo or radiation, helping them with those side effects to help them to improve the quality of life and to stay positive, to continue to have the energy to be able to battle the disease.
You come to this with a very personal experience. You are a cancer survivor.
That's right.
Some of these therapies helped you. Talk about that a little bit.
Okay, yeah. I'm a dual cancer survivor. I had ovarian and uterine cancer. And while going through my own cancers, I experienced the same side effects of losing all my hair and the flu-like symptoms while I was going through chemotherapy. And I found myself extremely anxious and unable to sleep, and during that time period is actually when I accessed those 5 therapies that the foundation's all about. Yeah. And they helped me tremendously. Actually, I was able to sleep, or at least have a few minutes of calmness. I wasn't so nervous. I had a loss of appetite. It improved my appetite. Kept me to stay positive, and I tried these therapies for the first time in my life while I was going through the chemotherapy, and that's how that's when you know that they make a significant difference. And
now, how did you find out about these therapies? Did somebody say, "Hey, trust another patient say, hey, this worked for me, it might work for you"?
I was very lucky in a couple regards. One is that I had a caregiver that was definitely demanding that I try something to help me, and we had the good fortune of being able to pay for these services, and then I have a friend who's an oncology RN nurse who was telling me, why don't you, she's from Virginia, but why don't you try some of these therapies? And so because I heard about it is really the reason why I was encouraged to try.
And we should point out these therapies are not covered by most insurance policies, are they?
Absolutely, and that is one of our requirements. If somebody applies for funds with us, which is a very simple process, by the way, we give grants to cancer patients, and the process is very simple. If they do not have insurance that already pays for it, that they are undergoing physician's care, and are undergoing, physician's care for cancer treatment, and living in 5 cities in Tri-Valley: Pleasanton, Livermore, Dublin, San Ramon, or Danville, will help.
All right, good. Well, you guys have a lot of supporters and partners in the community, and we should mention that there are people in the mainstream conventional medical profession that very much are very supportive, and one of them is Kaiser Permanente.
Yes.
And one of their representatives is going to come and join us here at the table after this break, and we'll talk about their involvement, okay?
All right, thanks.
When we come back on Tri-Valley Community Focus, again, Kaiser Permanente, one of their representatives, will be here and talk about how they support the Sandra Wing Healing Therapies Foundation. So don't go away. We'll be back in a couple minutes.